Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. A 5-year-old boy and his father are back home in Minnesota this weekend after being detained by ICE agents and sent to a detention center in Texas.
CBS News' Ian Lee is in Minneapolis with the latest.
5-year-old Liam Ramos and his father, who were detained by immigration officers in Minnesota and held at an ICE facility in Texas, are back in Minneapolis this weekend, released after a judge's order. Democratic Representative Joaquin Castro accompanied father and son back to Minnesota and released these images. A photo of Liam wearing a bunny hat and Spider-Man backpack at the time of his detainment drew global outrage. Ramos was welcomed home by Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey, among others. Liam's release comes amid a weekend of anti-ICE demonstrations throughout the nation, including in Los Angeles and Boston. Liam's release also comes as Democratic lawmakers continue to push for ICE reforms in Washington. Proposed new restrictions would include unmasking ICE agents and requiring more warrants. On Sunday's Face the Nation, Republican Representative Michael McCaul acknowledged ICE operations in Minneapolis under Border Patrol's Gregory Bovino went too far.
Bovino went in there with these roving patrols. He escalated the situation. He escalated the tension between the public and law enforcement.
President Trump said this weekend he is now advising Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem not to intervene in protests occurring in cities led by Democrats unless local authorities ask for federal help.
And if they want help, they have to ask for it. Because if we go in, all they do is complain.
Trump's border czar Tom Homan has suggested the administration could reduce the number of immigration enforcement officers in Minnesota, but only if the state and local officials cooperate. Ian Lee, CBS News, Minneapolis.
New SNAP work requirements go into effect today, putting millions of Americans at risk of losing benefits. The bill that President Trump signed in May triggered changes to work requirements, including raising the upper age limit from 54 to 64 and changing exceptions for certain parents, people with disabilities, and veterans.
Estimates suggest more than 2 million Americans could lose benefits. Nearly 42 million Americans rely on the federal program.
The partial federal government shutdown is expected to last at least until Tuesday. Some government agencies, including the Department of Homeland Security, technically ran out of money this weekend. Now, the Senate passed a funding bill Friday, but the legislation would only give Homeland Security money for 2 weeks while lawmakers work to negotiate new standards for immigration enforcement. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries told House Speaker Mike Johnson Democrats will not help him pass the funding bill unless changes are made to how ICE operates. The House committee is expected to consider the spending bill on Monday.
Well, it was a full day of flurries on this first day of February. Any more snow in the forecast this week, Greg?
We still got some activity potentially, but it's a mainly dry weekend, and snow pretty much has come to an end. There's a little bit of flurry or mist out there, and that could cause still some slick spots. You can see the mist kind of in the background. La Crosse at 22 degrees right now. Eau Claire, Winona less likely seeing that, but overall we still have that moisture out there. Overall snowfall, this is just from radar estimates, so there's going to be some breaks between radar from the Twin Cities to La Crosse, but overall generally 1 to 1.5 inches, fairly common. Up near the Twin Cities had 2 inches. Once again, there's also been a little bit of freezing drizzle with this, but that since has ended as everything has shifted off to the east. But with that moisture still hanging around near the surface, we still could see some freezing patches of freezing issues on roadways. Overall, we're going to get back into the teens, so some single digits out there, but most areas will rain in that. Planning out the morning, you got a lot of cloud cover still out there, but off and on getting up to 19 with that northwest wind, about 7, should remain dry. And for Eau Claire, similar with a cloud cover lingering until about noon. We'll start seeing some breaks. 17 after going down to about 10. So later on, yes, we do have thawing temperatures coming out later this week, and that means 32 is coming back, and we'll break all that down a bit later in the broadcast.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Well, right now, more than 200 million people are under cold alerts. Dozens of areas in the south and east could break low temperature records through tomorrow as those temperatures plummet more than 30 degrees below normal.
The frigid weather comes as much of the southeast digs out from several inches of snow. Jen Sullivan reports.
Look at it snowing here.
A massive winter storm dropping historic snowfall across the southeast, causing treacherous travel conditions in multiple states.
We're continuing to ask those that don't need to travel to please stay at home.
Overnight into Sunday, portions of Interstate 85 in North Carolina were shut down. More than 100 drivers were stranded amid several crashes. The National Guard was called in to help. Hours later, the highway reopened. Snow totals in a few areas reaching well over a foot.
In eastern North Carolina, we don't have the equipment like other parts of the country that do see substantial amounts of snowfall.
This system grew into a bomb cyclone, also unleashing hurricane-force winds.
So there's one of those powerful wind gusts.
Many coastal communities worried about high tides and flooding.
This is a passing coastal low that always brings us concern about beachfront erosion.
This storm also plunging temperatures below freezing.
Most people aren't going out just because we don't even have the, gear, the coats and the gloves and stuff to handle being outside when it's this cold.
Crews using a blowtorch to melt this frozen water fountain in Virginia. Even Tampa, Florida, seeing snow flurries Sunday. The frigid cold is expected to linger across the south and east for several days. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
Well, a heads up for Winona County drivers. County Road 26 east of Elba closes tomorrow for a bridge replacement. Detours will route drivers through Highway 74, Highway 14, and County Road 33. The road reopens in July. Motorists are reminded to obey all traffic signs, slow down, and watch for workers.
One car is a total loss after a fire on French Island. This afternoon, crews responded to a fully engulfed vehicle near Locust Street. There were no injuries reported. Onalaska football players giving back tonight off the field. Students hosted their annual tailgate party this afternoon, bringing together community members with special needs for food, fun, and friendship. The event held inside Onalaska Middle School has become a yearly highlight for many families.
We hang out with them, we play games, we got food, lots of donations. Businesses around the area are awesome. Every year they donate their time, money, food. Kind of gives us more an opportunity to just focus on just hanging out.
Nom Sips and Eats celebrating a grand opening of their new location on the UWL campus this morning. The women-owned cafe is known for its colorful Bliss Bowls made with organic fruit, along with specialty coffee drinks. They've already built quite the following at their original spot inside Meringue Bakery in downtown La Crosse. Now, the new location is 1241 Badger Street and is now open to the public.
It's really good.
Yeah, please
come. Healthier food than, fast foods.
Yeah, it's definitely a better option if you're looking for something just to fill you up.
And another location is in the works in Onalaska, but an opening date for that spot is still pending.
A Gallup national poll shows alcohol consumption nationwide has dropped to its lowest level in nearly 90 years.
News 8 Now's Brooklyn Hines shows us more on why people are putting down the bottle.
Psychologists are saying this lull in drinking is not just a trend, it's actually a shift in social behavior. Psychology professionals aren't the only ones noticing the shift. John Parkin, owner of Wisco Johnny's, says the crowds aren't pouring in like they used to.
About the last 11, 12 months have been kind of a hit. We just did our year-end meeting and it was about 10 to 11% less than the year before in sales.
I spoke with Parkin about the impacts he has seen, along with psychology professional Dr. Ryan McKelly, to find out what's driving people to go bottoms down. Join us Monday at 6 for a further look at why folks are skipping the shots and what it means for La Crosse's bar scene. In the studio, Brooklyn Hine, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Brooklyn. One local weaver is keeping this thousands of years old tradition alive. Coming up, we'll have more on her looms with this week's eyepiece.
And the stars shining bright at the 68th annual Grammys. A look at the winners and some of the night's most memorable performances.
Well, when they came to install things, they were very timely. They were very professional and told us exactly how long we would be without water, which was helpful to plan. They came in, did the job, they left, you didn't even know they were there.
The following is based on actual events.
What do you want for dinner? I'm just gonna call her. I don't care. You pick. No, we had that last week. I don't care. I've got it. I'll have ribs. You can have mac and cheese.
Ooh, the average couple disagrees about what to have for dinner about 3 times a week. Decision made. Pick up a Quick Trip take-home meal.
I love you too. Breadsticks. Gotta go.
Quick Trip. See you next time.
We are the Dillos. We are from Northern Kentucky. Being out in a rural area, coverage is pretty hit and miss with other carriers. So switching to T-Mobile solved a lot of problems that we had.
I'm able to use T-Satellite now. We've got coverage no matter where we're at.
America's best network needs off-the-grid satellite coverage with T-Satellite. And now, for a limited time, get our most value-packed plan ever. Families can save over $1,000 a year versus Verizon and AT&T on streaming, satellite, and more benefits that they leave out.
Maxwell White Water Conditioning is the Cooley region's trusted leader in water conditioning. From hardness to chlorine to iron, we eliminate it all for cleaner and healthier water. When you need the best, call the experts. Call Maxwell White.
Well, this local weaver has rug looms over 100 years old.
Our chief photographer Chuck Oadsma has more on how she's keeping up the tradition in today's eyepiece.
So I'm ready to go here now. I started weaving when I lived in North Dakota, which would be like 1973. So that moved everything up. The weaving part is very enjoyable. I really, really enjoy that. The getting this on here and threaded through. It used to go faster when I was younger. Yeah, it's, you know, it's harder for me to stand and bend over that thing for as many hours as I need to. You've really got to beat them hard to get the rug tight. You have different kinds of looms for different kinds of things. You cannot weave these very well on this. You can't weave scarves on this very well. It's basically back and forth again. But see, nothing moves until I move my foot. It's taking something that's not useful for anything else and making it into a useful item, a rug or blanket or something else. Yeah. I don't think it's such a dying art. There's still a lot of weavers in this guild and spinners. A lot of people spin their own yarn to do this, which is another step. How long am I going to weave? Till I can't stand here, probably.
Fascinating. I never knew what a loom was.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
And if you're interested in learning more, check out the Three Rivers Fiber Arts Guild online. We will, of course, have more news ahead.
But first.
Yeah, the good news is we have quiet conditions and we're going to see temperatures in the 20s for Monday. We even got warmer conditions towards the end of the week, so we'll break all that down coming up on your first warm weather update after the break.
This Monday, one day only, earn a 40-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $60. That's a 40-cent fuel saver for every $60 you spend in-store and online. Monday only, and only at Hy-Vee.
We are very fortunate to have our mom in our lives. We rely on Medicaid to pay for her long-term care. When I learned that it might be cut, I met with Representative Van Orden. He promised that he would never cut Medicaid. He even signed this letter. Then he turned around and he voted for the largest Medicaid cut in history. It's absolutely devastating. We need to tell Congressman Van Orden, stop raising our health care costs.
Put your moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease in check with Rinvoq, a once daily pill, and it works differently.
I got rapid relief at 2 weeks with Rinvoq. Check.
It helped visibly repair my intestinal lining. Check.
And I got lasting steroid-free remission. Check.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin. Serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50+ with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events, infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant, or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Put UC and Crohn's in check and keep them there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq.
The easiest way to furnish your cabin is at Black River Furniture Outlet. Bring the outdoors in with a handmade dining table set, crafted from the finest woods like hickory, walnut, maple, and barnwood. Shop cozy Amish rockers and upholstery, or Wisconsin-made easy sofas with customizable fabrics. Pair it all with a cabin rug, 5x8s, 8x10s, scatters, and runners available. And before you leave, visit the bed shed. Check out our rustic bedroom groups and bunk beds, as well as our Amish office furniture. Open 7 days a week, Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
You want to feel important, to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things.
We know. We felt that way too.
And that's why we joined the Army National Guard. Take on your legacy.
Visit nationalguard.com to find out more.
This Monday, one day only, earn a 40-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $60. That's a 40-cent fuel saver for every $60 you spend in-store and online. Monday only, and only at Hy-Vee.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
Well, the biggest names in music turned out for this year's Grammy Awards.
Gwen Baumgartner is in Los Angeles with a look at the winners and some of the most memorable performances.
Bruno Mars and Rosé kicked off the 68th Annual Grammy Awards, one of many high-energy performances that also included Sabrina Carpenter. Kendrick Lamar, who came into the night with the most nominations, won for Best Rap Album.
Appreciate y'all. God is the glory. Love y'all.
Bad Bunny, who won Best Musica Urbana Album, got political in his acceptance speech.
Eyes out. The only thing that is more powerful than hate is love.
Billie Eilish also made a statement after winning Song of the Year.
No one is illegal on stolen land.
Justin Bieber delivered a stripped-down performance, wearing only boxers and socks to perform his song, Yukon. Trevor Noah returned to host for his 6th and final time.
I feel like I'm at Jeff Bezos' wedding, but with way more black people.
Olivia Dean took home Best New Artist.
We're nothing without each other. Thank you so much.
All 8 nominees in that category performed in a special Grammy segment showcasing the future of music. Gwen Baumgartner, CBS News, Los Angeles.
And director Steven Spielberg won a Grammy for producing the documentary Music by John Williams. That makes him an EGOT winner, a rare artist who has won an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony Award.
Well, congrats to him. And I forgot he had done that documentary about John Williams. I have to check it out now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, John Williams, an icon, as is Steven Spielberg.
Congrats to all the winners. It was quite a night. Lots of cool performances, cool fashion, and historic wins.
Absolutely. A loaded evening. Now our attention turns to what our work week is going to look like weather-wise. Let's send it over to our chief meteorologist, Greg Barnhart.
Well, the good news is it's not anything going to be like last week, so goodbye to all the sub-zero low temperatures, single-digit temperatures. We're back into the 20s, and it's going to get even milder towards the end of this week, too. So that's the good news. Arctic air is pushed off to the northeast of us. We're kind of going to be in between flows here, where it's warmer, more air mass to the west. Still the cold air. Coldest air is going to be locked to the east. So we're going to be kind of in this battle zone for quite a while. And it does mean we could have a little bit of disturbances coming through. There could be one sliding south Tuesday, Wednesday. And there's another push right here where you might get the warmest air of the week getting up to the mid-30s potentially before we do have a cold front that comes down and then kind of swings that wind back to the north. And we get a little bit of a push of colder air, but as you notice, the darker colors are to the east of the area. So we're just going to get brushed with it. Pretty progressive because we're going to warm right back up potentially for the second half of the weekend, and even warmer potentially as we go into next week. So it's really going to be a change of what the pattern has been like for pretty much the end of January, second half of January. Overall, we still got the system pushing east. There's a cold front right to the north. Until this cold front gets close enough and dries us out enough, we're still going to have that mist hanging around, and that could end up being a little bit of freezing drizzle throughout the night. So roads might be slick in the morning. It's not going to come down too much, but it's something to take note of if you're driving in the morning. Overall, you'll notice that the cloud cover is going to be taking a while to get out of here, but we will see some partial clearing at times throughout the nighttime and the morning, but it's not clearly going to get out of here throughout the morning hour. As we go throughout the daytime, we're going to start seeing some clearing towards about the noon hour. So a lot of, there'll be some pockets of sunshine to the afternoon and evening as we go throughout. But cloud cover comes right back into the evening, and you start seeing some of this start to pop up. And that's flurry activity as another disturbance kind of dives south, mainly west of the area. But we could see some flurries going into Monday night into Tuesday morning before we start seeing more clearing going into Tuesday as basically we have drier air begin to push in. So there could be some flurries Monday night, but nothing significant to be noted with that stuff. Overall temperatures for tomorrow, pretty much back in the 20s for all the areas, maybe upper teens further north. That's still not quite where we should be. We should be in the mid-20s. We're going to get closer to that. The good news going on Tuesday is more sunshine. We won't have the clouds sticking around as much as we've had on Monday. So we're going to start off cooler with the temperatures dropping a little bit overnight. So still pretty similar temperatures to what we saw on Monday, into the 20s too. As we go into Wednesday, we have more cloud cover once again, and could be a few more flurries as another little disturbance comes south. We climb those temperatures up a few more degrees, getting closer to average. And then as we go to Thursday and Friday and the rest of the work week, you can see we're going to have a system come through Thursday and Friday. A warm front that will bring some warmer conditions in the mid-30s, also brings a chance of some rain or snow showers. And then that cold front, as you can see on Friday, that 29th is probably going to be early in the day, and then we're going to start falling throughout the daytime. But even behind that cold front, we're not going to have any type of air that we saw last week. So we'll come back down, but then we're going to come back up toward the second half of the weekend. And next week, mid-upper 30s.
Like that.
That sounds fantastic.
That is wonderful.
Especially for early February.
Yeah.
Enjoy it, because, you know, it'll flip back before the end of February again.
Absolutely.
We still got winter coming.
Yes. Yep. All right, Greg, thanks very much. And coming up next in sports, Giannis watch continues. The latest on the Bucks superstar as the trade deadline approaches. Plus, the Badgers' winning ways continue. Hear from Coach Gard after a 92-point display. Cade is next.
Alcohol consumption is at a 90-year low, and it's starting to affect local businesses. Monday at 6, what's behind the choice to stay sober and how nightlife at area bars is feeling the impact. Monday at 6 on News 8.
At Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics, our goal is to help you and your pet in times of need. We specialize in the gold standard for cruciate ligament repair, the TPLO.
I was amazed to see Bear up and running again so soon. They really took good care of him.
Piper had TPLO surgery and is already running again weeks later.
Fetch made possible, one knee at a time. Contact Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics for an orthopedic consultation today.
Earn now, spend later at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Now through February 11th, rewards members earn $10 in Blaine's Bucks for every $100 spent in store. Redeemable just like cash, February 19th to March 4th. Start earning today on select Blaine's brand Golden Harvest bird food, $12.99. Rewards members save an extra $2. These pillow dog beds only $8.99. And Fiora toilet paper or paper towel packs, $4.99 each. Earn Blaine's Bucks now to spend later just like cash, only at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Living with chronic migraine? 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine, and treatment is 4 times a year. So why wait? Talk to your doctor.
Botox effects may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as trouble swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Those with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Side effects may include allergic reactions like rash, breathing problems, dizziness, neck and injection site pain, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions like ALS, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medicines like botulinum toxins, which may increase the risk of serious side effects.
In a survey, 91% of patients wish they'd started Botox sooner. Ask your doctor today. If eligible, you may pay $0.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Cade Overton.
For the 7th time in their last 8 games, the Wisconsin Badgers picked up a win yesterday afternoon as they took down Ohio State 92-82. It was a bit of a rough start for the Badgers. They fell behind 15-4 early in the first half, but the offense eventually found their stride as 5 different Badgers would score double digits, including a combined 62 points from John Blackwell, Nick Boyd, and Austin Rapp. The offense was impressive, but one of the biggest changes through the stretch is the defense. Now that the new roster is on the same page, the success has been showing.
Combination of just flat out being tougher and having a mindset that you're not only going to let guys score and taking that personally when that happens. And it's, like I said, they understand how important that end of the floor is as much as everybody likes our offense and giggles about that and everybody talks about that. The other end is very, very important.
As I mentioned before, a great January, but now the schedule gets a bit more difficult. Badgers off this week before going on the road Saturday to face Indiana. Following Tuesday, another road game against currently 9th-ranked Illinois. Then back at home on the 13th, hosting 7th-ranked Michigan State before going to Ohio State on the 17th. It's another night of Giannis watch and still no signs of a trade. Not a lot of time left if a deal were to get done, as the trade deadline is set for this Thursday, February 5th at 2 p.m. And at this point, I don't know if a deal will get done. A team is going to have to give up a lot of pieces for Giannis, and if you're a contending team, how much do you want to give up for a guy who's been injured for much of the year and may not be back until mid-March? As for the current Bucks, the only thing they can do is go out and play. Taking on the Celtics this afternoon in the first ever NBA Pioneers Classic. Great start in this one for the Bucks, already up 9 early in the first quarter. Bobby Portis backing down the defense, but goes to the corner, and Ryan Rollins. 3-ball is good. It's 12-0. The Celtics would come back down 3, and as the clock winds down, Anfernee Simons buries the 3 at the buzzer. This one is tied after the first quarter, and from there it was all Boston as the Bucks fall 107-79. Let's talk a little tennis. Carlos Alcaraz going for the career Grand Slam at the Australian Open, facing off with one of the all-time greats in Novak Djokovic. A fun match. The Joker would win the first set, but after that, Alcaraz would win 3 straight sets as he becomes the youngest male to complete the career Grand Slam at just 22 years old. PGA Golf is back for the year, and this weekend belonged to Justin Rose. The 45-year-old Englishman set a new tournament scoring record at 23 under par, winning by 7 strokes, just dominating the field as he also becomes the first wire-to-wire winner at Torrey Pines in 71 years, is going home with a nice $1.7 million paycheck. In the NFL world, yesterday it was announced that former Wisconsin Badger defensive coordinator and Denver Bronco assistant head coach Jim Leonhard will officially be the Buffalo Bills' new defensive coordinator. Leonhard was rumored for the Packer defensive coordinator job and was certainly a fan favorite with his Wisconsin ties, but now he'll be in upstate New York. It appears the head coaching carousel is all but wrapped up, and now there will be 2 LaFleurs with head coaching jobs in the NFL. Mike LaFleur, Matt's younger brother, has been hired by the Arizona Cardinals to be their next head coach. Mike was previously the offensive coordinator for the LA Rams, and before that, the New York Jets. And 1 week from tonight, the last football game of the season, the New England Patriots and Seattle Seahawks face off in Super Bowl 60. It's a rematch of Super Bowl 49, and if you remember that one, the Seahawks were at the goal line going for the win before Russell Wilson threw an interception that would give New England the win. Tough one for Badger fans that night. Hopefully we get a little bit better game. Well, better than last year's game when it was a blowout after 3 quarters. You just want it competitive for the Super Bowl.
You want a good game, yep.
You sure do, and they kind of look pretty balanced on paper, although Drake May and the Patriots had one of the easiest schedules in the NFL, and that Seattle defense is pretty nasty.
And you never know, they got lucky with the Denver Broncos losing their starting quarterback last round.
Very true.
Sam Darnold, a little bit better than their Broncos.
Seahawks have had a little bit of a tougher road the last month and a half for sure.
Also one of the best just all-time TV nights with all the commercials going on.
Oh, yeah.
Just can't wait for it. It's going to be
the best food.
The best snacks. Always got to love the Super Bowl
worst snacks
parties.
for you, but the tastiest for sure. All right, we'll have a final check on your forecast right after this break.
Right now at Home Sleep Express, when you spend $4.99 or more, pay nothing down, nothing for interest, nothing for sales tax, and nothing for shipping on Thomas Cole and Prana Sleep. The Something for Nothing sale, now at Home Sleep Express.
We all want to be understood, to matter, to build a life that feels balanced and fulfilling. At Dovetail Counseling, we meet you where you are, with compassionate and honest therapy, making you a strong and seamless whole. We specialize in trauma therapy and neurodivergent well-being. Visit our website or call. Would you like to be understood? Dovetail Counseling, Healing Through Connection in downtown La Crosse.
Do you want free internet? Forever? You got it. Really. We mean it. Spectrum is offering free fiber-powered internet forever. Want it? Just call this number and switch 4 mobile lines to Spectrum for a lifetime of internet you never pay for. It's not a trial, it's an unprecedented offer. So we'll say it again. free fiber-powered internet forever. Have you called yet? Because your internet is forever. But this ad ends now.
Yeah, I joke. My ears were her Valentine's gift a year ago. So something I'd been thinking about, and so Valentine's Day was coming around, and I spoke to Tom a couple times, but never made anything definite, and so I just kind of made the definite plan and made it happen. And glad I did. Wish I would have done it 20 years ago.
Yeah, he can actually participate in conversations now and not just shaking his head.
Better hearing is a better life.
Good morning.
You better believe it's a good morning. Coffee, exercise, kids to school, work, errands. Oh yeah, even this.
Just don't forget about us or your coat.
News 8 Now This Morning. It's everything you're looking for in a morning show.
We go through the next few days, my friends, Monday to Tuesday.
On Mindful Monday. The details on Foodie Friday.
An overview of all this all shapes up for your day, so please stick around.
News 8 Now Seth Padilla is live with those details.
News 8 Now This Morning.
Every weekday at 5.
Get a sleep like no other on a handmade mattress from Heirloom at Home Sleep Express. Right now, get a free head-up adjustable base with a queen or king heirloom mattress and pay no interest for 5 years. Heirloom, the perfect sleep night after night at Home Sleep Express.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
Just a little bit more Grammys. Kendrick Lamar had a great night, taking home 3 awards before the show even started, plus Best Rap Album and Record of the Year.
Yeah, and Olivia Dean took home Best New Artist. Youngblood with Best Rock Performance. Turnstile took home Best Rock Album. And Bad Bunny took home the Album of the Year, and said most of his acceptance speech in Spanish. Caught a few words.
A little bit,
Mucho
and a precursor to his halftime performance.
Yeah.
Got a little taste of what he's going to be offering, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So congrats to all of them. It was a good show, and I'm glad you guys, hopefully you guys tuned in, and glad you guys
And are
stuck
staying
around
up with
for
us now.
Yep, exactly. All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
Back again, Jeff? Well, I'm future you. Our doctor figured out why your constipation with belly pain keeps coming back. It's IBS-C, and Linzess could help you get ahead of it.
Linzess is not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Imagine, what could relief from IBS-C mean for you? Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn how AbbVie and Ironwood could help you save.
Welcome to Black River Furniture and Cabin Outlet. Shop our huge selection of upholstery by Ashley, Catnapper, and Best Home Furnishings. Sleep better with our selection of double-sided, hybrid, or all-foam mattresses. Adjustable bases and bedroom sets available. Set your dining room up with a new table, chairs, bar stools, or counter height available. Throw down a rug to complete any room. Scatters, 5x8s, 8x10s, and more. No gimmicks, no corporate hassles. Open 7 days a week. Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Eagle Crest North in Onalaska is expanding. Our tradition of excellence continues to grow with the addition of our new luxury senior apartments opening in January 2026. Choose your ideal home from well-designed floor plans featuring modern kitchens, spacious living areas, and ample storage. I'm Tammy, and I've been welcoming residents to our community for 17 years. Call me today to reserve your new home.
Join us for a weekly open house or schedule your private tour today.
Army National Guard soldiers have the option to train and learn skills in the trade fields, skills that can lead to employment at home as well. Find out how you can learn a trade and serve part-time for your community and country by visiting nationalguard.com.
Oakleaf Surgical Hospital has always been dedicated to delivering exceptional care close to home. Now we're expanding that commitment with River Prairie Surgery Center, opening in early 2026 in Altoona. This new outpatient campus extends Oakleaf's trusted surgical excellence into a modern, convenient setting designed for faster recovery, enhanced comfort, and more affordable care for our patients. Together, Oakleaf Surgical Hospital and River Prairie Surgery Center are strengthening access to high-quality care across western Wisconsin today and for the future.
We could have some slick spots in the morning due to overflows to freezing, and we still got some mist out there too, so some freezing drizzle too. So just something to be cautious of going through the morning commute. Otherwise, 20s, yes, 20s above zero, and all this week really is going to be starting off in the 20s, but ending in the 30s, and even when we drop back on Friday, just back down to 28 or 9.
It's like a heat
That's
wave.
not bad. Yeah, this is nice. I like that. Well, thanks for